You better run for your lives. The button has been clicked.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasures.
I like that it's a neon sign.
Most guilty pleasures have neon signs. Tonight's episode, or tonight's special viewing of Space Girls Are Easy, has been postponed to bring you this epic podcast.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you. Music Lovers Only.
Look at that brow. I mean, The Rock would be envious. What is up, music lovers?
Nothing.
Nothing. We are music lovers.
What's up with you?
We're the number one music podcast on the Talking Beard Network and the Groom Green Productions page.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, we've got that going for us.
That's what's up.
Number one 3-man podcast about music out of the Wichita area. I've recently noticed that.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
two
So we
things.
must be doing something right.
Yeah.
We must be doing something right. What
Well, we just fit a
episode-
perfect demographic, but either way, I'll take it.
This is episode 62, and we're going to talk about our top 5 guilty pleasures. And this is part 2 because way back on episode 4, we did it, the old crew, and it was a complete shit show. It was horrible. I mean, there was a lot of things wrong about it. And but you know, it was fun. We had fun. We kind of smoothed out the edges, and I'm excited to see what we all come up with today.
I remember when you put the thing in chat that we were doing guilty pleasures, and I was like, "You mean like murder?" And you guys were like, "Are you okay?"
I mean, if that's what your guilty pleasure songs are, then it would have been okay. If all of yours are, you know, like dark ones, or that's what gets you. That's your guilty pleasure. That would have been okay.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
a little worried. Yes, I wouldn't have. Hey Josh, next time we're with her, don't leave me alone. I mean,
yeah. Wait, don't make fun of Nickelback, and you will be fine.
I was gonna say, and I already did.
Already did.
No, that's why I said don't leave me alone. I'll try to make it up tonight.
I
All right,
wouldn't-
well,
I
Google
wouldn't do
here,
that
we-
to anybody that didn't like Nickelback.
My response to you, Sontia, in the message was just the definition that Google popped up of a guilty pleasure song is typically a track that we secretly love, but we feel twinge of guilt and embarrassment for enjoying it. And so, I mean, that could be a lot. Like I said,
That's a lot of my music, honestly.
the previous episode, I kind of went towards the most guiltiest of pleasures, you know, masturbation, and it wasn't masturbation song, and it like I said, it totally derailed and it spawned a lot of ribbing.
I don't see why that would happen.
I don't know. I
It's
don't
good that
know.
you brought
but-
it back up.
well, you know, that's kind of what I
Don't
did
let
not.
sleeping dogs lie. That's what they've always said.
No.
Keep kicking a sleeping dog. That is definitely what they say.
Well, but you know, that's the thing about it. You know, we grew up in an era where it was guilty. You know, I mean, don't do it. You know, you get hairy palms. You know, you go blind or whatever. You know, you go insane. But it's like,
All of them were true, and I still kept.
Yeah. Even if after it started to hurt, it's like, man, this fur keeps braiding itself.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank God for Nair. Dip it in and rub it off.
Oh, we're doing it again.
we're doing it
Let's
again.
move
We're
on.
gonna move, we're gonna
Let's
move
go right
along.
by.
Do we want to do?
We'll edit this part out
Yeah.
There's no editing this episode.
where we just say that stuff so the people that are listening think we do.
Okay, yeah. What he said. Do we want to do questions first, or do we want to do this day in music? 'Cause I have some juicy ones.
You can do this day in music.
Mhm.
All right, so this day in music, May 18th, a sweater worn by Kurt Cobain during the singer's last photo shoot with Nirvana sold for $75,000 at a New York auction. And this kind of, last week we had the Led Zeppelin shirt from 1979, not 97. I've been dyslexicing numbers the last 2 or 3 podcasts, so I'm focusing really hard not to do that. But also sold at that, I assume at that same auction, was a handwritten set list from an April 1990 concert in Washington, D.C., where Cobain was eating pizza before and then wrote the set list on a plate, greasy plate, and that sold for $23,000.
Yeah.
So a plate, $100,000, you could have got Kurt Cobain's sweater and a plate with the set list on it.
Mm-hmm.
We missed out on it, though. I would have definitely got both of those.
I was a bidder. I'm just saying. I didn't know about the auction. I didn't know about it. I was too young or too poor.
Yeah. So in May of 2017, this was a sad one. American music singer Chris Cornell, which we did his top 5, several podcasts ago now, but he suddenly died in Detroit after performing a show with Soundgarden, and so yeah, that's just sad. This is kind of, I didn't really edit these afterwards, and I don't want to talk about the rest of it, but it's sad.
He died.
He died.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah,
he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Can't do good things when you're dead. 2011, John Lennon's handwritten lyrics for the 1967 song Beatles song "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" sold for $237,000. Some change.
Also a bidder on that one. I just couldn't get to the auction. It was raining, and I didn't have I was on my motorcycle that day.
Is the auction only on one day? Like,
you got to be
probably not on those ones.
And according to this, I think we'd had some when we talked about it, the Beatles 2-3 episodes ago now, the Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. The band still says, according to this, that it's not about LSD. It was inspired from a picture from Julian that he drew of his friend Lucy. And then it even goes on here to say that Lucy was a classmate who died of immune system disease in 2009. So, I mean, I don't know why they had to add that, but
I can believe them, but I also believe it was definitely written on drugs. Maybe not about drugs, but on drugs.
Yeah, they were on LSD when they wrote it.
Yeah, so you can deny all you want, but there was LSD involved in that song. I don't care.
Yeah. In 1974, Ray Stevens, which I think he's made a list here not too long ago, but started a 3-week run on the U.S. singles charts with his novelty song, The Streak, to capitalize on the popular craze of streaking. And I'm like, why can't we bring this back? Why can't we bring this craze back? I think that would be entertainment.
Well, they always try it. Like they tried it at a national championship game or something. The guy gets tackled or something. You don't make it very far, and they usually don't even put the cameras on him anymore. So you have to be there live to see it. Yeah. We were at a huge Oklahoma State or Oklahoma National Championship or high school state championship game, and a kid did that, and he got the crap beat out of him. But man, he made it a while. He was stark. He was all the way there, man. He was buck. He was a skinny, tall kid, and it was also skinny and tall. I'm just saying it was that might have what got him. He tripped on it eventually, and then they got him. So
well, good for him.
Yeah, he was fast. He was quick. He was long. What's up, Joshua?
What's up, Joshua? What's up, Sontia?
Hey.
Coach's spin plate could be worth a fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, one day.
I know that's why it's hard to retire. I have some prototypes. I showed you part of one of them. I've got prototypes. It's just none of them are the same.
They're the same. They just don't have that right feel. Well, all right. So I'll go ahead and start the questions since this is my insane idea. But what villain do you most associate with? Like movie, story villain, fictional character. Mine's pretty, I would say Frankenstein. I'm going to go with Frankenstein just because, I feel like, we've all been created in this mad world and we're forced to roam around it. And just because I did kind of a painting about Frankenstein, so it was fresh on my head.
All right. Was Frankenstein's monster like a villain, really, or was he just misunderstood?
He's a monster, and I mean he is portrayed as the villain. You know, they burn him and try to kill him, but he was definitely misunderstood. You know, I mean he was just trying to live. People were scared.
Yeah.
But he was perceived as a villain. We'll say that. I think that's an accurate statement.
Mm-hmm.
I think mine would probably be Lex Luthor, even though he's one of my most hated. I'd also probably, because I think I'm more of a leader than I am like the guy to go do it. I don't want to be that like badass villain that goes in and fights. I want people to keep doing it for me, and I just want to arrange it. And I've always kind of been, that's why they call me coach. I've always kind of been, more the guy that leads the team into the championship, less the guy that goes and fights the final fight,
I can see that.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't want to shave my head though. That's the one thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, you'd have to. It's necessary, apparently.
That's true. All right.
Yeah. The Lex Luthor and the newest Batman, the Batman versus Superman, I didn't fully agree with that portrayal of Lex Luthor.
My Lex Luthor is still the very original Gene Hackman, if I'm honestly. That's the one I would identify the most with.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, there's been that's really he's in my head, that's who I see, or the cartoon, one that I watched as a kid, but those would be my two.
Okay.
Or even the original Superman series, which he was, completely different kind of character in the black and white series than he was later on.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that one, but I'm sure he's cool.
Oh, it was great. It was this guy was just big, giant, upper body, no muscle, huge Superman, and I mean,
he barrel chested.
Yeah, he's still way better than Dean Cain, which is the worst Superman of all time.
I don't know.
All right,
man.
I
guess. Well, I'm kind of up in the air with either Harley Quinn or Catwoman. Because just becoming unhinged as a female would be absolutely amazing. I would say Catwoman, because she tore up. Well, Harley Quinn did it.
Harley Quinn's my girl.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Catwoman wasn't dependent on some dude to just be crazy. She just kind of was crazy. So that would be it.
Yeah,
that would be it. Definitely Catwoman.
Okay,
I could see it.
I like that. My question is, what's the best advice you've ever received? I mean, and it don't have to be nothing deep or nothing. It could just be something simple, but something that has, something that maybe at some point turned the corner, or just something at 6 or 7 that you stuck with you or whatever. Mine's kind of just, to somebody long ago, I was having a real bad time for quite a while, and they just said, basically, it doesn't matter if somebody else values you, value yourself. And, and every time I do get super down, it's like, God damn, if I just value, the things that I do, even if it's something simple, mowing the yard and doing that, the crap that I can do, then it kind of, all right, so maybe I should get to play PlayStation for 3 hours. Okay, now I don't feel worth it.
I've earned it.
3 hours mowing, 3 hours PlayStation. It seems fair.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah, I guess mine would be my Uncle Jim, who was essentially my father growing up, would tell me that if I had a problem, that sometimes you just have to go sit in a corner and then talk to yourself and then figure it out. That's what you have to do. Sometimes you got to do it. And every now and again, I'll just get completely overwhelmed, and then I can just kind of hear him in my head. It's like, go sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Don't go crazy yet.
No.
Well, sometimes you can talk yourself into your best advice. You usually know what's best for you. I mean, whether it's your conscience or whatever you want to call it, but you know what's best for you. Sometimes emotion takes control of that, but
yeah,
it's the balance. The balance.
Logic is amazing. That's like one of the best things about, and I always want to talk about my mental health journey, because it's completely worth it for anybody to just go ahead and work on their mind, but just removing all the stuff that's not you and then just get into reality.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different levels of stuff that aren't even the reality of the situation. If you could just get to the reality of it, it takes away all of the extra unnecessary crap.
Yeah.
Your reality isn't everybody else's reality. And when you can see that, it's kind of empowering.
Yeah. Yeah. But there is a truth.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm not trying to say embrace crazy. I'm just saying that, you know, basically your perception of you or whatever, or, you know, your how you perceive your situation is way more important than how you think of somebody else perceives it, or whatever all that is.
Right. I dig it.
Mine would probably be, I had some advice on how to judge a person's character, and it's something I still think of and use today. It's watch how they treat waitresses or waiters, watch how they treat babies, and watch how they treat animals. And you can learn a lot.
TJ, you're fired. He just failed all 3 tests. So
yeah, you can learn a lot by people, by just seeing how they interact, and you know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one thing not to like, you know, animals or babies, but I mean, if you're, you know, I mean, that's a big kind of red flag, you know. I mean, what's not to love about a baby? You know,
they scare me. I like them.
Yeah.
I don't like to hold other people's because they're, you know, they're other people's. But I you know, and animals, I'll beat the hell out of, or, you know, I'll swerve and hit a person to protect a dog. I'm just being, you know, I'm sorry. Why did you hit that person? Well, there's a dog there.
Dog had to choose.
Yeah. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like that dog could have accomplished less bad things in its life than that. No.
Yes, definitely 100%. So like I said, I use that to today. I pay attention to those things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does. It tells a lot about a person.
Awesome.
I don't know what it'd say about me. People like try to hand me their babies, and I'll be like, "Ew, don't do that."
Yeah, but you've done it, and like I said, yeah.
Like
I get it. I get it, because I'm ready for maybe a grandbaby someday. But again, other people scare me, and I'm ready for them to be old enough to, you know, drop
wipe their own butt.
I want them to tell me what's wrong with them. I don't want to try to figure it the hell out. That's all I'm saying. I'm done doing that. I've been married long enough trying to figure out what the hell's wrong. I don't. If you're watching, honey, I love you. No.
Ding, 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 ding. The comment light section is lighting up. We've been canceled. Coach has been canceled from home. He has to live in the studio now.
It happens. Luckily, it's air conditioning, heat. It's got it all. You know, whatever. We're good.
Man, if any of us were going to be canceled by now, that would be like the least thing that anybody said on this show to get canceled.
Yeah, and my other show wouldn't even make it on Facebook at this point. So we're good. We're good.
All right. So did you come up with one, Sontia?
Yeah, I just did something simple.
Yeah.
What's your favorite brand of toothpaste?
I'm a Sensodyne. I can't remember which one it is currently right now. We rotate through, but right now I think it's gum protection.
I got you.
But I'm a Sensodyne. I got really bad teeth from being young and poor and having a family with bad teeth. Both of my grandpa and my dad had dentures by the time they were in their 40s.
Oh, wow.
I should way outlast that. My teeth are better than that, but they're still not great. So Sensodyne takes the sensitivity away.
Oh, okay. You know, a good place for a dentist that's like reasonably priced is WSU.
Okay, hell yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine with them.
My whole face fixed for like $500.
Hell yeah, I need to. I'm so poor. I got at the time, especially I had the time to have a root canal done, paid for it, and didn't get him crowned. So it's a worse situation now, you know.
Yeah.
Ladies, sorry, I'm already married.
Well, what do they say? 4 out of 5 dentists choose Colgate. So do I.
All right.
I like
you do the one with like the mint, the white, and the whatever mixed in it, or what one do you do? Just the all white, the paste.
I think we rotate. I like the mint, but the kid don't. So
I miss the Aqua Fresh, man. That used to be my favorite.
cinnamon,
That
yeah,
was like
that's
the most.
Aqua Fresh
I don't think it did
awesome.
anything for your teeth. I think
No.
it was like nerds like mixed in with
Yeah.
something else. It was so good you'd eat it.
It's just sugar.
But that was my shit growing up, man. Or like we were too Florida. My toothpaste growing up literally was toothpaste. I didn't know if it was a
No brand.
brand. It was, dollar toothpaste.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Somebody had Aqua Fresh. I'm like, I'm still in that, man. I'm dumping that in a Ziploc bag, and then I'm just freaking taking my toothbrush and dipping that in there. I could put some of it on my cereal because we were out of sugar,
So what was yours, Sontia? What was yours?
I had Crest.
Crest?
Yeah. They used to have a Crest with the peroxide in it. I haven't seen that for a while.
Yeah, I'll do the baking soda. I used to do the baking soda and peroxide every once in a while just to.
I can't remember what my wife uses. We use different stuff. She uses something, whitening. She rotates back and forth between whitening one and another one, but she's a smoker, so she's trying to
hide all the nicotine. I know.
Yeah.
You gotta fight back on that.
Yeah, it'll get
keep
it. It'll
on
get you.
All right, you want to break that $1 million spinner out there, Coach?
Boom, that thing. One of these times when we all get together, we're gonna autograph it right under our names.
Okay.
I think that'll step it up a notch.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, here we go. Up, I span it, but it.
Sontia.
That one is Sontia. I'm gonna have to get a second camera angle for the spin. I think it'd be easier if it was right over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I was telling Coach before we got on air, I doubt he gets to use the won't button. I mean, he thought maybe you and him would have some crossovers, but I'm pretty certain. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all may surprise me. We're fixing to find out.
Yeah, I don't think we crossed anything. If we did, somebody was looking at my list while I was sleeping. So,
I like
you smell different when you're awake, Sontia.
By the way, it's nice. Oh.
My what? Huh? What?
I said I like your place. By the way, it's nice. I was just messing with you about the.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I said you smell different when you're awake.
Yeah, we were both messing with you. That's what I think we were saying. Yeah, we were both there, so we both might have stole something.
I completely missed that. I literally. So what had happened was I looked at my list. I heard you guys talking, and I was trying to catch up with what you were saying in my head. But then I saw Britney Spears in the back with the snake, and then I came back, and like everybody's just looking at me like we were at your house, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, he's got the Britney bitch shirt on, and I bet I'm gonna take a wild
episode of war. But I felt freaking. We're going out for dinner after, and I told my wife I wanted to wear something nice, and
the best shirt you had.
Yeah, I've only got a couple going out shirts.
This is it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, let's hear what we got, Sontia.
Okay. All right. So there's no Nickelback on here because they are not a guilty pleasure.
See, I told you.
And I will love Nickelback in your face. Everybody knows. So the first one that I did is Tom Jones.
Oh, yeah.
It's not unusual. And when it first came out, with not on the actual time that it came out. The first time I saw it was on the Fresh Prince with Carlton doing the Carlton dance. And so I went and explored it. I was like, who is this Tom Jones person? And hot damn if he isn't one of the greatest artists in the world. Tom Jones was getting panties thrown at him for a reason.
Oh, dude. That dude's voice it's like he's the white Barry Manilow or Barry White. I mean,
he's Barry Manilow.
About Dolly Parton, and it ties in. Dolly Parton streaked across Tom Jones' yard, in hopes that her and some of her friends were out drinking. I guess L.A. is where he lives, I think. And so she was on the Conan show talking about it, and she said they had a few too many margaritas, and her friends dared her to streak across Tom Jones' yard
Wow.
And I'm sure this was. I mean, I don't know. It's Tom Jones. He probably had surveillance cameras. So,
Man, I'd like to see those cameras.
I know.
Like,
I know. I mean,
like that
Dolly
whole
is
situation.
still beautiful. I mean, she's
I-
completely fake. I mean, her body is fake, but yeah.
I hope I look like her when I'm 77 or whatever she is, you know.
Yeah.
Even if it's plastic surgery, hopefully my boobs hold together that well.
They were hers for the longest time.
Yeah, she talked about it on something. It was bras. She invested in all these crazy bras that, you know, made them even. That's what her selling. She knew it helped. She knew it brought people to her concert. She was smart.
Mhm.
She was marketing. She was marketing the twins, you know.
Man, I remember seeing her on Alvin and the Chipmunks, and it was just like, y'all didn't need to draw her like that.
Accurate depiction.
It was unnecessary. Okay, number 2 is going to be Taylor Swift, and it's going to be 22.
Okay.
Which that is the greatest song for any level of birthday. When I turned 42, I was singing 42. I'm feeling 42. Like I was singing that all day for days. It was driving everybody crazy. They were
You
like,
sunk my battleship.
No.
No.
Did I?
No, God. No.
Okay. I was like,
I cannot get on that one. I just don't.
you're a Swiftie.
There's a couple, man. I say I'm not a Swiftie, but man, there's a couple songs, man. That girl can sing, dude. I ain't taking nothing away from her.
No, I mean, I can't say she can sing, but I'm just not a fan. I mean,
I get it. That's fine.
Not like her over here. I'm not gonna bash her and say anything mean about her.
No, I mean, I'll kick her out of bed. I mean, I'd kick her out of the room for Britney in any minute, but no.
Yeah, she's just a wannabe Britney. That's all.
No.
No, she's a superpower. She's a freaking mogul. I'll say she's literally top 5 people in the world. I mean,
yeah. And she like got as big and huge as she was because she was pissed off, which is one of my favorite reasons to see.
Yeah, she's like Avril Lavigne. If Avril Lavigne's heart could, no.
It's like she's like the pop Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, she markets. That girl can do it, and she gets people on board, man. There's a bunch of girls right now wanting to beat you up, Josh. I'm just saying. I'm not even a huge fan, and I'm just not.
A little bit more than normal.
We need fans, and she's literally one of the most powerful people in the world. I'm just saying, Taylor, we love you. We love you.
I was like, are we getting paid by Taylor Swift right now? Give us money. We're endorsing you like a motherfucker right now.
She don't need it. She don't need it. Everybody is.
Yeah.
22.
Okay, next.
Okay. All right. So this is an actual guilty pleasure because I don't know that anybody should like this song. But we know Corey Feldman.
Oh man, that song, if it's the same one, man, we might have one on the list again. No, I'm just joking.
And it is Comeback King.
Oh man, it is. I'm the comeback king.
Comeback King, I'm back.
I'm back.
See that?
Man, I'd go to one of his concerts just for that song. If he only did that song 13 times, I would go to one.
Yeah.
He has other music, and they are not good. No. That would be a guilty pleasure. That's awesome. I like it.
Yes. I don't think anybody, like you said, nobody should like that one.
That's
But it's awesome. It's catchy, man. If we had ringtones like we did in '96, that would be my ringtone.
Yeah. I listened to it maybe 4 times a day. I was just like, and then it
I'm a comeback king.
it really is. It's a good song. It starts off hardcore. Like it starts off hardcore. Like you're getting ready to jump into this, and then Corey gets in, and like he's not the best, but he has so much passion.
Passion, yeah.
Like he means it. He absolutely means it. All right. Next one is going to be Rap Devil by MGK.
Yes, great song. I think MGK won with that one. He just I think it was a ploy just to
Yeah.
get him switched over, because he at that point he was doing the punk rock, the emo rock, whatever you want to call it, a lot already in his acts, and so that was just a ploy to get him switched over there.
I don't think he won. I just got to go on record.
Yeah, he didn't win. If he would have had more songs like that against him, then yeah, he could have won, but he quit.
His song was more like catchy, but Eminem murdered him. That's what I'll say. Eminem, I just think that's the difference. Like Eminem just lyrically murders people. I'm not going to say the MGK song might not have been better, like a better song if you're in a club or whatever, but if you listen to the lyrics, he just takes you down and turns you into an ant. That's what makes him. That's what makes him the rap guy.
In all honesty, they were all both sitting together, and they're like, I need to get my career back going. I need to get in the news again, is what M wanted. And he's like, well, I'm going to go do my punk band full time. So come slay me and
Yeah,
but
they had some
I won't take that.
Yeah,
I watched interviews of both of them. I watched
100%.
interviews of both of them, and they don't like each other.
Not at all.
Oh,
Just like going around saying that M tried to get him canceled on stuff, man.
Yeah, well, that you could say anything you want. That's the fun about a diss track, you can just say all kinds of crazy shit, I mean, no Vaseline.
If you do it like Kendrick Lamar and Drake, you get your house or your security guard shot up.
Oh, yeah.
You can't say whatever you want. You might need to be careful this day and age.
That was a little, well, all rap battles ended up with somebody getting shot. So I think Eminem and MGK was probably the best ending for a rap battle that we've seen in a while.
Yeah. I said the Frankie and the Eamon. I just did but it was the fuck you and fuck you right back. Fuck you, I don't want you back, and fuck you right back.
Oh, right, right. Did you say something about that earlier?
Oh, no, it was in the news like a couple days ago. That was when she took the #1 spot away from him with her retaliation to, and I mean, she just was, I mean, her song makes her just sound like a scandalous ass hoe even more than his, his was more about feelings, you hurt my feelings, crying about that. And then she just straight came out, well, yeah, you got your sex is whacked and it's your fault I cheated, I mean, that's basically what her song is about. And like, yeah, you sound like a hoe. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So
I don't know either one of those people.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know either. So sorry. I'm out of this one.
That was hard.
I'm sure you've both heard the songs. They were all over the airways for a brief period in our childhood.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of lying on your dick, that's going to be the last one for me. Since you brought it up. There's a lady, and so for the longest time, I was calling her Big K Lit, but her.
Okay, now I'm with you. Now I get it. Yeah, K Lit.
That's not what
K Lit. We'll just stay with K Lit.
Yes, Big K Lit. And I realized I've been saying it wrong for quite a few months now.
No, you might have been saying it right.
But she has a song called Liar, in which she was invited by a man who advised that he was endowed. And then she found out that he was indeed not. And she became quite enraged. And she wrote a song about it called Why You Lying on Your Dick. And I will turn that on in the morning if I can't wake up, because my God, girl, I get it.
It reminds me of another song, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's probably not on Casey's list. I don't know. Don't want no short man. Remember that one?
Yeah, I know.
Did I knock it off your list, Casey? Sorry.
You did. So yeah.
Premature.
So
Are we ready for spin number 2?
Spin number 2. Coach.
I got a lot of guilty pleasures. Quite a few of them are songs. If I'm honest with you, no.
Any of the murder?
Yeah, I like. No, that's yours. I'm not stealing it from you. If I have one guilty pleasure, like one guilty pleasure band, it would be Limp BIZKIT. And so number 5, and it's a newer Limp BIZKIT, but it's Dad Vibes, and it's a freaking killer. The video is weird. And the song is weird. I mean, because it's him and he's in that new whatever dress, he's dressed up as an old man.
Yeah,
there's a line in there, but it says something about Dad got the sag in the back with the drip, and I don't know, man. It's pretty weird video, but it's some vintage Limp BIZKIT almost. Yeah, but he's kind of rapping. It's chocolate starfish hot dog flavor water-esque, Number 4, I got to get her in there, and she's right here, and she's back behind me. And there was 2 of them, and I couldn't decide which one to do it, but I did "Baby One More Time," Britney Spears.
That's a good song.
And I could have. There's a couple. They're on my playlist, and even when I was working out or when I was running or was whatever, you know what? I love her. I mean, I was in love with her. She's got a little mental health. We talked about that earlier. She could use some help, but I'll fight for her every day. She's my girl.
Adopt a Britney hotline, 1-800-ADOPT-A-BRITNEY.
Yeah, I'll take her. Me and my wife can take her in, and we'll fix her, and we'll make her right. And so there's my number 4. My number 3, Sontia. They made the list. They're my guilty pleasure. I know that they can't be truly a guilty pleasure for you, but it's Photograph, Nickelback. And that song that comes on, I know every single word. And there was actually 2 Nickelback songs that almost made it, because even if I make fun, because I think I'm just trying to be cool when I do, like everybody else. No way you can't say, look at this photograph. I mean, it's an awesome song. Nail it, and good song. So
definitely, if you read it, like if somebody types "look at this photograph," you sing it. It's
there's nothing. I can't even look at a picture without singing it at this. I mean, if somebody just posts something, I'm like, look at this. It's just. I work in an industry that they talk about seals a lot, and every time I do, say "kiss from a road." All right, my number 2. It's my girl. She's the only one in my heart in musically over Britney, and that's DIDO, White Flag.
Yeah.
I will go down with this ship. And she rocks it with Eminem. That girl's got a voice, but that song, there's just something powerful about it. And we'll be in, I'll be in traffic and I'll be just jamming that and singing. People beside me, and I'll start like hip hop, like it's a hip hop song, but I'm still singing it. I will go down with this, because
I listened to it a few times over, but I knew you'd either have that one or
you can't have my girl. I'll fight. That's why I said that's the only one. Yeah,
But White Flag, I like it better than Thank You. I mean,
okay,
Eminem took Thank You. Isn't that the one he sampled?
Yes.
Stan?
Yeah. So, and then my number 1, they were my number 5 too. And I told you they made 2 songs on this list. It's Limp BIZKIT, Nookie. I mean, I did it all for the Nookie. I mean, it's make fun of it, whatever. But man, that song comes on and you get going. I mean, there ain't nothing in that.
Yeah. I mean, they had a brief period of time where it was cool to like them, and then everybody just turned on them. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I like up until Chocolate Starfish. I
think they're kind of that sellout band. They were that first sellout band because that's where music was going, but they made crazy money for that. They got and he said it got insane money, and it made tension with the band and all that stuff. And you get huge, and you just don't know where to go. I mean, I don't think he was ever truly just a hard rocker. He loved rap. He loved all that stuff.
Honestly, it might have been Woodstock '99 because they had that. They got pinned with starting the riot and all of that. He was mad that
that's right. That's
bottles of water.
He was. But that's how powerful he was. That's how amped up that. And I had another. I mean, there was. I could have did 5 Limp Bizkit songs, honestly, you know, but they're kind of my Nickelback, you know.
Here,
All right. Well,
I gotta be right back, y'all.
okay. We're gonna spin. I hit it again. Oops. Deadpool is gonna take over for the rest of the podcast.
That's okay. I like that. I never realized it was a sexy Deadpool. I didn't realize it was the sexy Deadpool picture. Yeah. Oh, provocative.
We'll give her a minute, see if she can get back, so she can make fun of me for my list. And like I said, I did not
recycle any from your original show.
I did not. I steered clear of the ultimate guilty pleasure. And
well, what was your ultimate guilty pleasure then, since it hasn't been taken at this point? And
well, like I said, the ultimate guilty pleasure is, you know, diddling yourself, you know, diddying yourself, you know.
I thought you meant one song. Like, I thought you. I was
How did I just get back? And this was the conversation.
We were killing time for you to get back.
Pleasure, by the way, there are way more. I mean, you could add, you know, choking wall. I mean, so don't say that's the ultimate guilty pleasure.
I think it is, though. I think that's
kind of true.
I don't know. We may have to do some more research.
I thought it was chocolate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and one of them's worse for
makes you feel bad for eating chocolate, you know. I mean,
whatever, dude. I've been filling into this shirt pretty heftily lately, and people have been making fun of me for eating chocolate. Yes, they have.
But mine are kind of like you know, cheesy love songs, you know, because like I said, I mean, we've talked about it before. I'm fairly jaded, you know, I'm fairly color of green over here, but you know, there are some songs that you know, make me believe, you know, just, you know, really get into it. First one, which I kind of talked about it, I think a couple of weeks ago, about a chance encounter. Well, you know, just a one-time encounter. But James Blunt, "You're Beautiful," and
is that the one that goes, "You're beautiful"?
Yeah. And my favorite line is she could tell, you know, we crossed paths and she could tell I was fucking high. In the video I watched, the official video, he changes it to "flying high," and the video almost ruins it for me. It is very weird. It's very, very weird, but you know, I guess he's a weird cat, so we'll give him that. He definitely kept up with it. Number 4, and again, is you know, I don't know it. I think everybody loves KESHA, and everybody knows that's watched more than one episode knows I love KESHA. Mm-hmm. MAKCLEMORE, you know, the guy that did the thrift song, I don't think we're supposed to like him anymore. I just don't. It feels kind of wrong to like him, but I like several of his songs. But I chose the one he did with KESHA. He featured her on "Good Old Days," and it's a beautiful song. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good concept. You know, I wish somebody would have told me that these were the good old days, so I would have known when I was, you know, I would have savored a little bit more. So, you know, that's.
And if I'd have savored anymore, I would have died. So I'm glad. I'm glad I just had enough. I knew. Yeah.
Yeah. You knew. The third one, COLBIE, CAILIAT, "Realize." That this is like the cheesiest, one of the most cheesiest love songs I've ever freaking heard. And I mean, she's beautiful, but it's just super cheese. Number 2, the Donnas.
Wait, the name of the song is called Super Cheese?
No, "Realize."
Oh,
COLBIE,
okay.
"Realize." I can't think of. I mean, if you just realize what I just realized. We'd be perfect for each other.
Okay, I know. I got you.
Yeah, super cheese, and I mean, she's had a pretty good career making super cheese because I hadn't heard any other song other than that, but that one always. I'm like, oh hey, yeah, I can feel again. It's brief, and then the song ends, and I'm like, yeah, back to cold stone heart, jaded Josh here. The Donnas, my number 2, "Take It Off," because, like I said, it's just a rocking song, and I mean, there's something a little, a woman who, like, you know, knows what she wants and takes it. That's kind of hot. And I would do anything any of them said to me. Yes, ma'am. I'm not worthy. Number one, I seen her live. I fell in love with this gal, and she, like I said, a lot of my songs are like songs that 13-year-old teenage girls would like. Little higher than Taylor Swift, but a little darker maybe. But Jessica
Taylor's in one.
Jessica Lee Mayfield, and the song I chose is Sometimes at Night. She played at the Barleycorns, the legendary Barleycorns, and I went and seen her. And I just kind of stood there like a giddy little schoolgirl, but yeah,
okay. Good song.
Good list.
I had Olivia O'Brien, and like I said again, she's teenage girls, kind of love angst and whiny, but the song is empty. And then this other guy, since we were taught, when Eminem didn't make the list, but this guy is named DENACE, like kind of spelt like menace, but with a D. And his partner is named Spence, but Dispensary 7 is what his stage name is. And the DENACE guy, you would listen to it and almost think you're listening to Eminem. He's very, very. He molded himself, off of Eminem. So he obviously took a lot of guff from doing that style because, there's already one Eminem, why you got to go. But he's got a couple of good songs, but they're all kind of depressing. And, I'm going to go off myself. And, that's hard for me to talk about. But listening to them songs makes me feel better. And to admit that sometimes, what's that Lethal Weapon, I wake up every day, and I find a reason not to.
Yeah.
A dramatic scene. That was a fun one.
I had honorable mention was Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That would just get up and dance. And that was going on. My wife was loving it. She came up and kissed me. She's like, I love you so much just because I'm just so comfortable in myself that I will jam to that, And then one that's a little bit different, but it's still, I would consider a guilty pleasure is My Dick by Mickey Avalon.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fucking hilarious. I hadn't heard that song in so long, and we're talking about mine could bench 305. Yours is barely alive.
Well, it's a regular on my playlist, and sometimes I forget that, and at work it comes on, and I'm running to my phone really fast. Like, oh shit! Hope boss lady don't go walking by as soon as.
I did also have some Marky Mark made the list, and it was actually literally on my list as 6/5. Feel the Vibrations. If there's something about that song, it doesn't get you just jamming. Come on, feel it.
Like, okay.
I do.
I'm pretty sure it transcends even to the younger generations because it's a good one. No matter.
Oh, it was at dances. It was. It was just that gets you up and going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that wasn't like a freaking TikTok already. The Good Vibrations TikTok something.
We should start it. Maybe that's what gets us going.
Starting here, Room Green Productions and For Music Lovers Only, the Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Good Vibrations.
I just had Hot Dog from the Mickey Mouse Club.
Well, I think we're gonna take
people how often I turn that song on.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog, hot dog. I sing it all day long, and the kids like. But, we're going to take next week off in honor of Memorial Day. And we're going to come back the following week. And I think we're going to do grunge, which was kind of inspired by the news. We had Cornell and then the Nirvana news. So I figured we hadn't done grunge, and that would be a good one. I know we all were in that era for sure.
Yeah,
I thought I was in Seattle for a while in '94. Everything I listened to seemed to come out of there, man.
Yeah, it's still on my list to go visit. Of course, Jimi Hendrix is from Seattle too, so that just kind of I really want to get there. One of these days.
That's the grunge mecca or whatever you want to call it. That's where grunge came from.
It's like, what is going on in Seattle to make everybody so sad?
The rain. It's the rain. It's the weather. It's the man. I don't want to live there. I want to go there type thing,
All right, guys. Well, thank you coming on. Great list. We will be back not next week, but the week after. And I'm gonna go get some grub, and we're gonna hope you all have a good night. You guys,
I'm gonna come
staying
by
in.
and see you because I'm gonna be eating over that area.
Yeah, and I think you're probably staying in and healing up, right? You got a show coming up in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, I have a couple of on May the 31st.
Yeah,
is
end of the month.
Yeah, at the end of the month. I've been having a respiratory thing. So today is actually the first time that I've been able to walk around the house and not lose my breath. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's definitely get over that shit.
Oh yeah.
Get out there and rock it out.
Yeah.
And then check out Mr. Coach Casey, Middle of the Road podcast, all the wonderful platforms.
Yeah, our last episode, the Fat Jonah Hill podcast. Go check it out. It was a great episode. Had fun. We were just talking about when comedy was good. You know, that's like somewhere right there is when it turned and you couldn't say certain stuff. It's coming back, but you know, that was just a kind of a joke, but it stuck and that became the name this week.
Yeah.
Most of the names of my shows are unique. Thanks, Jana.
You got to try to get the attention somehow. Thank you again, Jana. Yep. But all right.
Yeah. Hungry boys, ready to go eat.
All right.
Same.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
I'm gonna become a bitch in a minute.